Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you'll never leave in my face. Heart is racing here now. Never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess. No, you're a mind reader. Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you'll never leave in my veins. Heart is racing here now. Never wanna wait out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess. Yeah, you're a mind reader. Mind reader.
What's up, everybody? Back with another video. It's Monday morning. Hope everybody's doing well and swell. Shout out to all you guys. Sorry I'm late. A lot of stuff going on. And I just didn't want to leave the stream hanging, but probably have to do it another time because time isn't I got some things I got to take care of, but yeah, so I'm coming live. Hold on 1 second. Let me give me a thumbs up, somebody. Give me a thickety thumbs up. Oh man, can y'all even hear me? I don't know if y'all could even hear me. But the mic is moving, so we should be good. But a lot is going on, and it's so much to even dabble into. The one thing I did want to dabble into is this a lot of spiritual things happening everywhere you turn. And again, most people won't even understand. Most people are not even ready to understand what we're in. It's good, ramp samples. And it is very, very, very deep. Even too deep for me at times, you know. So, you know, to know and see many things sometimes is I mean, it's like, you know, it's like, damn, man, you got to balance yourself. You're like, man, because you see, you understand too many things, you know. And yeah, that story is crazy, man. And there's actually another story, with the same type of same thing. It's another story. This is like the third one, and that's why I'm, you know, be careful what you're playing with. Okay, be careful of what you out here practicing. Be careful what you think you're studying, because you know it ain't what you think it is. You know, it's not what you think it is. It's bits and pieces of something that is connected to your spirit, but it's alchemized to be actually against and detrimental to your spirit, because they need to embody a vessel. They need the energy to that they want to embody in a vessel. All right, that's all they need. They don't need nothing else. And this whole society is structured on those principles, keeping your spirit trapped. And then when it's trapped, they're going to try to capture you. You know, embody you. These things are around us all the time, every single day, all day, every minute. Okay, and I was just dropping this jewel, you know, today about, um, you know, how they structured the hour, right? Let's take this jewel right here, right? We go by hours in a day, right? And if people don't believe in spirituality and, you know, the supernatural, the unseen world, hey, that's just your belief. I mean, it is what it is. You know, you're not there yet. You know, the word hour means, right? HOUR, you know, 24 hours, what hour? We all living by the hour. All right. We all know man. We all know man made time, you know, chronos. We know all this stuff, you know. Um, but this is how they're letting you know that you're in a realm, right? And they're controlling it, and you're manipulating in it, and are invading you. All right, we living by the hour. All right, hour means divine office prescribed for each of the seven canonical hours. The daily service at the canonical hours. Time of day appointed for prayer. One of the seven canon canonical hour, right? I know it has the word canon in it, ICAL, however you want to spell that shit. All right. I mean, however you want to sound that shit out, whether with a C, a K, or a sh, whatever. But it's canon, ICAL. Canon Akil, whatever the hell it is. All right. And that comes from Rome, right? The Roman Empire. It comes from, you know, those realms, right? The canon, you know, apostrophe. That's where that shit comes from. All right. Deep shit. But anyway, that's what hour means. I mean, shit. Both, you know, we don't look up words. We just know I'll be there in an hour. You know, think about what you're saying. Time of day appointed for prayer. one of the 7 canonical hours, right? Canonical hour, 1/12 of a day. Sunrise, sunset, right? An hour. Think about that, man. Right? Think about it. That's where it comes from. That's hour. Ain't that crazy? And then if you take minute, that's how you know. I mean, how is hour, right? How does hour mean divine? That's right there, it's spiritual. Divine office prescribed for each of the 7 canonical hours. The daily service at the canonical, whatever the hell hours. The time of day appointed for prayer. That's what hour means. There's no going away around it. That's what the word means. Go back to the base. People, oh, words change and meanings change. No, they don't. They don't change. They made you believe they changed. What's good, Daniel Amico? That's what hour means. Simple. Let you know you're in a spirit realm that is controlled by people who want to trap your spirit. Right? It's all this whole shit we're in is simply a sacrifice. That's all it is. It's a sacrifice. We live in a sacrificial realm. It's all about sacrificing, right? Offering up. It's what it's all about. If you're not in tune with your creation, which is God, whatever you want to call that, you're a sacrifice, meaning this world will offer you up to everything to sacrifice your spirit because it's not one with creation. That's it. It's that simple to the baseline. That's the formula to start off, and that's the principles. We're living in a sacrifice, and this world is just offering you something. Everything is an offer. A contract is an offer. Everything is based off an offer. Simple. All right? Simple. It's really simple. And then you go to minute, right? This is what minute means. I don't make this shit up. Y'all can look all this stuff up. Minute. Okay? This is how you know you're in a spiritual world. If the fucking words we using come from a spiritual understanding, a spiritual mind, and letting you know, right? Minute, 16th part of an hour. We already told you what an hour was. Or degree of a circle, right? They ain't talking about shit but magic, witchcraft, Wicca. A degree of a circle, an hour. I just told you what an hour meant, right? An hour is a divine office prescribed for each of the 7 canonical hours. Canonical hours, whatever the hell the word, how you pronounce it. Time of day appointed for prayer. So if that means that, minute is the 16th part of an hour or degree of a circle. This is witchcraft. We are in a cycle of sorcery, magic, right? Or directly from medieval minuta, right? Minute of time, short note, right? A small portion or a piece. This is what minute means. And also it means to lessen and to diminish. Think about that. Lessen and diminish. What? They're lessening time and diminishing time by counting time, calling it this. There is no fucking time. Time don't exist. The shit the sun and the moon and the stars and the cosmos does is different than time, right? And then minute, right? Minute, the adjective. Chop small, little, small, minute, right? Minute and minute. To lessen, diminish, meaning very small in size or degree. Diminutive or limited, right? That's what this is what this means, man. Think about that, man. Think about that. And then you go down to seconds. They even count seconds, right? Now it means next in order, place, time, etc. After the first, an ordinal number, right? Being 1 of two equal parts into which a whole is regarded as divided. What are they divided? They're dividing you from your spirit, man. If you're disconnected from the reality of nature, right, and the cosmos, right? Think about that. You're divided already. That's why I tell people, man, you know, it's deeper than just, you know, all this other, it's way deeper than that, but it actually is so deep that it's fucking simple principles. It's really simple to understand. A lot of people don't get this shit. When we go to down these fucking left fields, you only gonna see like 3 people paying attention and watching. You know, just like Wise, when he does his videos, it's only like 6, 7 people. It's too deep. Motherfuckers don't want to understand. They don't want to know. You know? So when you got hour, minute, seconds, right? Second is what means second? Well, you're not first, you're second, right? Think about that shit, man. Being one of two equal parts. And that's what the whole higher and lower self, equal, balance, right? Understanding that you're a supreme being in a realm, right? Simple. Think about that. Two equal parts into which is regarded as divided, right? Following, next in time or order, right? Also secondary, subordinate, inferior. This is what second means, man. Think about that. Think about it. Second diminished part, the result of second division of the hour by 60, right? The first being the prime minute, now simply the minute. Following in next time in order, right? Now, second, right? Think about this. Second. Remember, our second, energy, most people's second energy is how this world look around you. That ain't the first. The first is the supreme understanding, is that first voice you get. And then the second one comes in and takes over and fucks everything up, right? Think about second used as a verb, to support or represent someone. What? Second. I second that, right? I second that thought. To support or represent someone, especially in a duel, right? Pugilistic contest, right? Etc. To assist, accommodate, direct, favorably, asserting, favorable, following, next time in order, right? Second noun two, the one next in order after another or the first from the second. One who is second in authority. Think about this shit. Think about how, in a spiritual sense, when you look at time, they're telling you what the fuck is going on here. They're letting you know. One who is second in authority. Who would that be? You. This is why the whole be careful what you're doing out here, because you're second. And there's some other entity that was put there. Right? Understanding, right, that there are entities all around us, that are entities that can invade us and embody us at all times. You know, it is what it is. It's not a conspiracy. There is not mumbo jumbo. It just is what it is, right? Think about that. So one who is second in authority, an assistant, a supporter, especially one who attends a principal in a duel. What? We always battling, right? We always battling. Always battling. That's what we're always doing, in the spiritual war. Think about it. It's deep stuff, man. Truly deep stuff. And that's minute, second, and hour, right? So I hope, people are getting that. Powerful stuff there. Powerful stuff there, guys. But this is the reality we live in, and then you see this story, right? Now, going back to this person, right? Again, you look at all this stuff, sounds just like a lot of people around, the realms of awakening and truth, right? Sounds just like them. There's another one too that killed her 5-year-old, stuffed her 5-year-old in a suitcase and left it in the left the boy in the woods in a suitcase after they stuffed him in a suitcase. And this was, hey, it is what it is. It was two energies that ain't really supposed to be together that was together. It was a feminine on feminine relationship, and thought the boy was a demon. I'm telling you, man, y'all, man, people don't understand what the fuck is going on. People better pay attention and just take heed. You ain't gotta listen to nothing the fuck I say. I don't care. You know, I don't care if you don't listen, but I care if you do listen. You know, and again, we have to recreate the way we think and understand, because I say something like, I don't care, I don't give a fuck, and then people are like, well, why are you up here telling it? Well, because y'all dumb motherfuckers don't know the reason why I said I don't care is because I do care for those who take heed and listen and care. This is the world we live in, where people don't have logic, don't have reason, have a one track dimension mind that hears something and that's it, because they didn't hear the actual duality of it all. I'm telling you, I don't give a fuck if you listen to me or not. I don't give a fuck. Why? Because you got the right not to give a fuck, and I already know that. But I just put it into a way, a word it's supposed to be interpreted, but we've been trained not to interpret it that way. So we're taught to just, they don't care. What the fuck I'm gonna listen to him for? He don't even care. He's contradictory and not understanding the understanding of vernacular words. They're just taught one track mind. Oh, he said this, that's it. It's deeper than that, man. What the fuck? It's deeper than that. So I don't give a fuck what anybody does. It's not me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, meaning, hey, they got a right to do whatever the fuck they want to do. They got to reap that. I don't give a fuck about that. Now we go into different contexts. Yeah, I might have a say so. I might, say something to myself. I might think this way. I might think that way. But guess what? I don't give a fuck. It's not bothering me. People are like, oh, how could you think like that? Because we have an ability where they got to deal with that. All right. It all depends on what it is. There's a lot of factors, because it's not just it's one thing. That's it. That's how we've been taught. That's how we've been propagated. That's how social media works. Look at how spell, like, autocorrect works. Like, you go in to put a word in, it wants to finish the word and then put another word after. How the fuck you know what I'm talking about? This shit is structuring people's mind to work in a fucking ignorant, stupid, idiotic, non-logical way. No, I'm not using the word in this context. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, that's not what I mean. It'll try to like add words, because they want you to think and speak and learn a different way. Socialist media platforms, you know. So again, be careful what y'all practicing out here, man. Because this, this chick, all right, this girl, sound like all of us, sound like everybody else, sound like, this and that. Sounds like this and that. So, and again, there was another one that did the same type of heinous shit, man. Like, what? What? Okay. You have shocking. Okay. And again, for all those people who say, you know, oh, nothing happened during the eclipse. What? Shit happened right up to it, during it, and after, and we still haven't seen the ramifications of all this stuff. You know? Think about that. You know? Murder, suicide. Crazy. You know? 3 people, 8-month-old child, guest boyfriend or something. I don't know the details, you know. And she was, you know, like a mystic and an astrologer. Like, what? Think about it. She talked about Mr. 19, about the Jews promoting pedophilia, entertainment industry. You know, think about it. And the solar eclipse, you know. She literally posted, wake up, wake up. The apocalypse is here. Everyone who has ears to listen. Time to choose what you believe is now. If you believe a new world is possible for the people right now, there is power in choice. There is power in choice. I don't even want to repeat this shit. Because that shit right there, she said that motherfucker how many times? 3 motherfucking times. Be careful what y'all invoking into y'all spirit, man. I'm just telling you, man. You're talking about was unfortunate mental break. No, it's because these entities have been channeled through doing all these rituals, these little practices, this bullshit, these you know, yoga, you know, and all this other stuff have embodied these people and they don't even know it. They have been sitting dormant in these people and actually pitching this to other beings and now they're successful to being embodied. And they have. This is why. Look the fuck around you, man. Look around you. All we gotta do is look around. Ain't nothing fucking spiritual going on out here like you know, is being portrayed. You know, there's you know, small people here and there. I get that, but you know what I'm talking about, you know? And again, usher in energy. Energy does not it's only transformed, it only transfers, right? It only transforms. You know, there's transformers energy, right? You need a transformer to transform that energy to a powerful energy, to a smaller energy, you know. Oh, he blew a transformer. Oh, well, let's get that bitch back up and motherfucking run it. We are energy beings, so energy can come in and go out. Simple as that. So you can be embodied at any time. People telling me, you know, oh well, you know, I understand all that, but you know, they still want to put that block. We all can be embodied at any fucking time. We got to be aware of that. We got to understand that. You know, and these months, the problem is why can't let go. How does the spirits of you know what we call the supreme being God is about letting go? Guess what? That other one is about letting go too, but it's also holding on and attaching. You see, there's a big difference. The supreme, you know, being, nature, doesn't need to hold on to anything. It's just what is. It's what is all. But you see that other dark forces that needs to attach to something. That needs to get something. That's how you know this shit is around here. Motherfuckers attachment, attach to this, attach to that, you know. And think about all these belief systems that people are caught into. They're attached to them. They can't get out. They can't let go. They'll feel shame. They'll feel embarrassment. They'll feel fear, guilt if they let it go. So they keep it. That's not no divine ass shit. It is what it is. It's not. Point blank, period. With an exclamation point. You know? So It's a lot, man. It's a lot more I wanted to talk about and go deeper. Um, but yeah, just think about that. Hour. Go look it up. It ain't me making this shit up. Look up the etymology of the word hour. You'll see, damn, this is sorcery and magic. You know? This goes back into the I mean, so long ago. You know? And again, you know, sorcery and magic. Because when you go back, you do the history, not history, but you do the knowledge, and you'll see that, you know, there was spiritual beings, but they were told they were witches, warlocks, and this entity that understood the principles that these people did cast stones on them, wanted to cast them out of society, say they were of the devil. No, they were actually of what they were, but they are of the what they call the devil. So the devil can't be with a devil. Think about that. The devil can't be with a devil. The devil can't be with a devil. You know, devil ain't gonna devils. They just don't work like that. You know, so they knew back then they had these people, and they knew that this would always exist, and that people would discover it and find it because it comes from the inner being. And what they were using in those times, like in the early, CE and BCE, was to ward motherfuckers off like that. And they were of a spiritual nature, a spiritual sense, and a spiritual essence. So they're not. So they wanted to eliminate that. But what they did is they knew this, they alchemized it, and this is why they brought things from the east over. This is why they done a lot of different things. So, knowing and understanding that, you know the power of all this stuff. You know, you know the power of it. So, sorry about that, guys. Hold on 1 second. So, let me know if I'm live. Let me know if I'm still streaming live, guys. And again, shout out to all you guys. And again, a lot of y'all not gonna get these. A lot of you guys not gonna get these alerts, so y'all will see it later. But that's just it's what YouTube does. The algorithm is stronger now. Push a motherfucker like me all the way to the. You know, I look on my other account to see if my shit pops up, and it don't. You know, so a lot of y'all watch this later. Shout out to all you guys. But it is what it is. But a lot going on. Again, I'm gonna go more into that stuff, but just to put the warning out to people to be careful, think, look back, research, study what you're into. If you're into all this, you know, shit, you know, look where it comes from. Look where what does it truly mean? Is it really ancient? Is it really what the ancestors did? And you find out it's not. It isn't. You know, this came from somewhere. You know, This is why I don't fuck with this shit. Like, I don't fuck with it because I've traced the roots where I come from. This ain't it. Not it at all. This is fucking not it. So I can't adopt some of that shit. Some of the shit is cool. Like, I talk about it, but it's not shit that I'm going to adopt, you know, and open myself up for whatever the fuck they got going on, you know. And it's a multitude of a lot of entities, a lot of different things you see here, you know, and you see it in you know, in our everyday life, how things are structured, set up. You see it, you know. Let me know if I'm live, man. This shit is like stuck. It says 0, but hey, it might be 0 because these topics are, you know, on the deep, off the fucking deep end. You know, people message me and says, "Well, I can't really, I do yoga, and I don't think it's the, I don't give a fuck what kind of words you put on it. No, it's a spiritual practice, and yes, this is what it was, and still is. Thankfully, I tell most people, y'all motherfuckers just stretching any fucking way and exercising. So y'all ain't doing yoga. But even be careful using that word, right? But it's the practice of meditation, all that, being and sitting in that position and bringing and moving fluid and energy and stuff through your body, and not understanding that you may not be tapped into that supreme being, especially if you're in a fucking box. Okay, you in a box, forget about all that shit, because that's why there is a box. That's why they created square feet. That's why you living in a box. I mean, this is what it is. And if you got a fucking television on watching somebody else do this shit, only imagine what's being done to you, because there's another fucking box with false light projecting to you, and you're doing it unknowingly, opening yourself up to embodiment. Point blank, period. There ain't no way around that, because that's what the shit is. Look at the principles of the actual practices, where it came from, what they used to do, why they used to do it. And you were like, God damn, why the fuck am I even doing any of this shit? You know? What's good, Alkaline Organic Fanatic? You know? So, yeah, man. But on a lighter note, in my area, you know, this Sandra Dorley DA shit is just fucking being, you know, blown way out of the fucking water. And me, hey, if y'all stumbled on my channel, you know, hey, I ain't rocking out with the shit that y'all talking about. This bitch is one human being that is, you can understand what we in. This is one person, you know, who you ain't explaining that shit away. All right. That's just simple. They gotta go, you know. And for the people that come over here that are new, shout out to all you guys. But you know, I don't subscribe to a lot of shit. All these motherfuckers need to go, you know. So you got y'all, this is a county DA. You got a mayor that, I mean, comes out here and, you know, says nobody tells him to do anything. All right. Right then and there, the same shit should have been like, yo, let's talk about what you just said. Now, there was no actions behind that, you know, none of that. He just said what he said. You deal with that like that. That's how I look at that, you know. But hey, you know, people are like, oh, he should be, you know, this and that too. If this is that, I'm like, oh, if you're on my channel, all these motherfuckers need to be removed. Every one of the motherfuckers, right? It is what it is. The power needs to go back to the people. This whole shit's got to be retooled and reconfigured. You know, it is what it is. All this shit got to be refigured. You know, so if you on my channel, yeah, this there is no, you can't explain to me about this Sandra Durley or how she had a bad day. It's in fucking possible. Everybody has a bad day. That ain't no excuse. She chose to do all the shit she did. She had a big sob story, and her apology was worse than the fucking shit she did because it was all about me, me, me. Like what? I mean, come on, man. That apology is the most disingenuous. It's all about me. I mean, that furthered the fucking hole. Like seriously, do you hear? And this is because this is the type of energy. Like the people should be able to see. Like yo, no, no, no. And that's what people that don't got that eye to see ain't seeing. Oh, well, she apologized, No, man, look, watch the apology. That ain't no fucking apology. That's I got caught, and it's all about me. And she even used the same words. So you already know what the fuck kind of shit is this? Said that I'm going to get help from my whatever she said. I don't know. It's ridiculous. She said I'm going to get help for what the fuck did she say? I mean, it's crazy. How could you even say that? That's even worse. She said, hold on. She said, what did she say? Hold on. The fuck? Why can't I hear it? Hold on. Can't hear it. What did she say?
Here's what I'm doing to hold myself accountable.
She said, here's what I'm doing to hold myself accountable. Like, what the fuck? This is what you said to get yourself into all this trouble. You was prosecuting yourself. Like, what?
First,
and then she goes, she said this shit right here. Hold on. Wait. She said,
investigate to the grievance committee, and I will cooperate with their investigation. Finally, if one of my assistant district attorneys had acted this way, I would have disciplined them. So I'm disciplining myself.
What? I'm going to discipline myself. What? You got to tell people you're going to discipline yourself after you told people you're going to prosecute the ticket yourself. There's shit you just don't fucking say. Like, what is wrong with these motherfucking people, man? Like, seriously. And, there was no way that was a sincere apology, okay? So all the people come over here and say, oh, well, she made a mistake. No, that's not a mistake. Okay. If she was not who she was, yes, that's a mistake. But it's who she is and the position she holds. There's no room for the bullshit. There's more people that'll come in fresh, 33-year-old ticket. No, new got to come in now. This is the reason why this bullshit is occurring now. I mean, just in a political ideology sense, right? No, she got to go. Somebody else in there. It is what it is. It's a lot, man. How you even further yourself in a hole with an apology? Just so like this motherfucker needs to go. There's something deeply wrong with here, but I know that is just that entity speaking to us. It is what it is. So yeah, if anybody's here, look, all these motherfuckers gotta go. They all ain't worth a fucking quarter that they care about you. Rochester, New York is a business. It's a corporation. Their job is to make money. And how do they make money? Off you guys. You're their money. That's it. I don't give a fuck if you talk on all the sob story. You just buried this. I mean, you just did this. You just watched this and watched that. This is your job. You're numb to it. You do it every fucking day. This ain't no excuse. You were the head DA and with the whole team when the cops got shot. You weren't stressed the fuck out then and doing all the other shit. So this ain't no excuse. Fuck out of here. People making up excuses for just blatant like whatever you want to call it. I don't even fucking know. Like you can't excuse your way out of it. I don't give a fuck if you prosecute and put criminals in the hardest. I don't give a fuck about that. Why? That's what you're supposed to be doing. You want credit for your job that you're already supposed to be doing. No, that's why you got the job. You don't need credit, motherfucker. Don't need a good job. The law is there. You interpret it. You put the motherfucker in jail. It's ABC. That's it. Ain't nothing else. Who gives a fuck? Like, that's it. Long as everything was done right, according to people's rights and well-being, that's all that matters. You don't get no kudos and boasting because you did this. Fuck out of here. What's wrong with people, man? I mean, serious. And then come on and make a whack ass. You better off not apologizing. Say, fuck it, I did it. You get gangster with the shit. I fucked up. It is what it is, man. I got to go. I already know. I'm already looking for another job elsewhere. You know, it's a wrap for me. And I've been told y'all, as soon as I seen that, I'm like, she's done. It's over. You know, there's no coming back off that. You know, you can't. It is what it is. And if people support that shit, like you, so wait a minute. You support that. They had a bad day. No, that's not a bad day. That's a deliberately done. That's all that. And in between, that ain't a bad fucking day. She done had mad bad days. She disrespected the officer, right? Disrespected the laws she uphold, disrespected herself, disrespected her home because she brought that energy to her home. She disrespected a lot of motherfuckers, disrespected the chief for bringing his ass in on it, disrespected all the people who hold that thin blue line code, right? It's simple. They even said, bitch, if you had just pulled the fucking car over, it would have been like we always do. Have a nice day. You're Sandra Dorley. Slow down. You know, let's have a cup of coffee later or something. You okay? Everything all right? Come on, man. She know better than that. This is the G code. This is the C code amongst these motherfuckers. Like, what? That's the problem when you have a society that don't understand what the fuck is going on, you know, voicing their opinions. Like, come on, man. Facts are facts. That's it. Ain't nothing else to talk about. Ain't just like they tell us, ignorance of the law, it ain't no excuse. Okay, you're gonna pay the little fine. You got the little ticket already. You prosecuted it. It's time for you to go now. That's it. Nothing else to talk about. You know the protocols. All this fucking shit. How you sweep it under the rug? You step the fuck down. You resign. You resign. Which people don't even know what the fuck that means. You know. So, that's that. And there's a whole lot of motherfuckers that gotta go along with her. You know. So, it is what it is, man. These people's jobs are to generate income, generate funds from who? The people. Nothing more, nothing less. That's their job. Malik Evans is the mayor of this fucking city. He was a banker. What is his job? To make fucking money. That's it. To transform this city into a future investment for big businesses that are into all this fucking smart city, smart technology, sustainable development. That's what he's doing. Nothing more, nothing less. Taxes are going to go up. Codes are going to go up. Codes are going to be implemented where a motherfucker can't possibly come in the code. Therefore, that building's going to be vacant, and then they're going to razz and tear it down, and they're going to build some shit for their friends and their investors. That's how this game works. It's business, nothing else. They don't give a fuck about you at all. Zero. You know? The reason why he's in there also is if he was a white mayor, he wouldn't get away with all the shit that he gets away with. But this being a predominantly black city, they got to put a black face in there. So it keeps the average everyday church going person. Oh, he's black. I like what he says. I don't like what he just did over here, but I like what he says. That's how the society works. You know, it is what it is. So that's about my rant for today. I've been 48 minutes strong. There was supposed to be a protest. I missed it, but there's supposed to be another one later for the Sandra Durr. That might go down there just to document the shit. See what's going on because there'll be support and non-support there. So it's always room for a camera that just looks at both sides and said, this is some fucking ridiculous shit all the way around. The way these fucking people are talking, the bitch gotta go. What are we talking about? We don't have to say if this was a black person, they would have did this. This is shit that's already known. Point blank period. Just you gotta go. Nothing else to talk about. You know? What the hell we care what you watch and what just the shit you do every day. You know? Obviously, if you cared and had that human compassion, like you claim you have all this human compassion, and you were so concerned, but you ain't give a fuck about an officer or stopping for an officer, or when he came, you were disrespectful, and that ain't human fucking compassion, y'all. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? You know, all the people that think that, oh, she had a bad, how the fuck, okay, she had a bad day, but she screamed like all the shit she witnessed and seen, and she was dead, and it was, why, oh, what? You were sincere for fellow humans, right? So why would you walk around treating other fellow humans this way? Talking to the cop that way if you cared about humans. Why? She don't give a fuck. She cares about herself. Her whole apology letter was all about her and me. Not the community, not the officer, a little bit of the officer, but not the community. And most importantly, above all else, the law. Not code, statutes, rules. I don't give a fuck about the vehicle and traffic law. I don't give a shit about that. But the law, period. Point blank, period. She don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Zero. And that's it. She don't care about none of that. And most of these motherfuckers don't. When they get up there, they don't care. They got friends. So, yeah. But stay tuned, guys, because it's a hell of a lot of shit coming down the pipeline. A lot of stuff that we're going to have to deal with. We're not even going to get into the pandemic treaty. All right. We're not even going to get into the pandemic treaty. Okay. So, I don't know. The protest will probably be around City Hall in that area by Fitzhugh Street in the county building. Most likely. Maybe the Palestine group will change faces and come out as, I'm just saying, like, it is what we know what they do. BLM transformed into fucking, this group and that group and the other group over there and the other group over there. We already know what time it is. We know. So it just changed faces. But yeah, there's a lot of shit. The climate change shit, man, they got a shit storm waiting for us. Again, the elections, guys, it's fucking May. All right. June, July, August, September, then to November. 4 fucking months are gonna fly by. 4 months. So that means we need to be on high alert, okay? Waking up and forming a fucking, like I was told, a truth war alliance is fucking just wasn't ever a possibility. It definitely isn't one that going to be orchestrated in 4 months. So that means prepare, get ready for whatever the fuck they throw at us, and just be ready. Nothing more, nothing less. Just be ready. And you got also you got then what was it? Oh man. What was it? Oh, I just had a brain fuse. Oh, the movie The Civil War. I'm gonna upload the trailer. Hopefully I won't get a fucking strike. But the movie The Civil War trailer has some very important things that a lot of us have talked about before. One in particular is the split up of the United States that is happening already, that is going to continue happening. It's 100% going to go that way. That is predictive programming at its finest. Was simply, um, uh, they said it. They were like the Florida Alliance and the Texas and California, whatever the hell. I don't know if Texas and California ever agree, but because of the border, hey, they might form some kind of alliance. Also, Florida will align with the islands around the area and maybe some other states. But this is where we're going, and this is why you have real ID and you have just regular ass ID, because there's going to be state and federal control. That's it. All the air is going to be federal. All right. State has no control over that. okay? And all the boundaries and territories is going to be federal, because federal controls the borders, the territories, shit like that. It's coming. That's 100%. How fast? I don't know. How it will? Probably terror attack, you know. And another one is Israel is going to turn on America, okay? For those that don't know and think that it's all Israel, they're playing a wicked ass game with you. And again, the United States is splitting apart. Why? One, gets rid of the Constitution, gets rid of your rights. They can go full Balrog with all their agendas. Okay, this is where they're going with it. But that movie, The Civil War, just the beginning. All I needed here, predictive programming for just that. All right, I'm about to get off here because censorship is just no point. It says 3 people watching, and I'm on 4 platforms. So, I'm just going to get up off here. Just saying, it just, just really ain't even, like I said, time is up, and it's time to just get in place, make all the preparation you need, ride it out. If we wrong, hell, that's a plus. Being wrong right now is a good thing. Okay? Being wrong about what's coming, that's a good thing. Magically, when I said that, it jumped up literally from 3 all the way to 9. I don't know what kind of what is going on, but it is what it is. But like I said, right now, I want to be wrong about all the shit that we talked about this whole Trump shit, the United. I want to be wrong. I could use another 4 or 5 years to prepare. Like I could use that. You know what I'm saying? But with time seems to be, collapsing upon us. That's a whole nother fucking time video. All the shit they talk about CERN, all this weird ass shit. I mean, it's crazy. But yesterday, for some reason, was a very long. Yesterday, I don't know why that shit was like 2 days. Why yesterday was so long? I've woken up at the same times always, but yesterday was so nice out for the first time. I was like, you know what? 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, we went walking. Sunny, warm, humid, felt amazing. Got up, we went to the park, went walking, ran, jogged a little bit, just enjoyed it. And it was like the longest day that I've experienced in a long time. But I'm up at these hours all the time. But yesterday was just a long day. And I think it has something to do with the sun. And, I'm going to test that theory again when it's sun. Get up early and go in the sun and just see how long the day is. Something's just off. Something ain't right. And, it's just something. I don't know, but it's just something. But, yeah, shout out to my brothers from the area. Alkaline Organic, Daniel Amico, Rap Samples, RDX that commented. But, I mean, my brothers from the area is Daniel and Alkaline Organic Fanatic. And shout out to everybody who watches later. And yeah, I'm about to get up off here. Again, be careful what you're practicing. If you're practicing, be careful what you're taking in. At this point, I believe that we are in a different time, a different awakening. We always talked about the window of awakening to close. I think it wasn't closing. It was just closing the old awakening and opening up the new awakening so people could realize, because there are a lot of people who are starting to see this exact thing, that something ain't right. Like all this, awake shit, spiritual shit. And then you gotta, it's obvious when the fucking mainstream news and Joe Rogan's and all these other people, and they all look like conspiracy theorists from, the 2010s to the 2020s, the 2022s or whatever. It's time to get the fuck off of that shit. I said that a long time ago. I said, yo, when the news turns into a conspiracy theory, it's time to fucking run. All right. And that's what's happening. I see shit like that. The news are conspiracy theorists now. So it tells people to, sit back, step back, drop back, do a fadeaway, do a drop step, and start looking at things again through another lens. Let go, be a free spirit for it, and see where you fucking land or end up. Pull back, and then look into it. Because you'll start to see something don't add up. But all right, guys, I got to get up off here, man. Much love to you guys. Like I said, I'm going to try to see if there's a protest later and then document it, shit like that. Yeah. But yes, the world is stranger than fiction. So peace and love, y'all. And I will talk to y'all later, man.
Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you're never leaving my face. Heart is racing here now. Never wanna way out. I want you right up to the end. Oh, you know what I'm feeling, even if it doesn't make sense. You don't have to guess. No, you're a mind reader. Something about you is different. Some kind of energy's messing with all the chemicals in my brain. Feel the temperature rising. That look in your eyes paralyzing. Forever you'll never leave in my face.